little recap of Wednesday's outing that my good friend Paul and I had. Tuesday night it snowed quite late, so I was a little skeptical about whether we'd find a track or not on Wednesday. And Paul had mentioned that. He said, you know, it snowed kind of late. And I said, well, that's good because that'll give us a fresh track in the morning. So anything we do see will be nice and fresh. So we struck out bright and early on the snow sleds, and we never found a track. I mean, very few tracks of any kind. I think we found maybe a fisher and perhaps a few rabbits and a coyote, but other than that, not much of anything. Not even a deer track. And we covered quite a few miles by snowmobile. In fact, we sledded most of the morning, and then we stopped back at camp for a little coffee and a little break, gassed up the snowmobiles, and off we went again. It was around noontime, I believe, when we left. We said, well, we'll check for an hour and see what happens. Well, in that hour, we came across quite a large cat track. But unfortunately, it had some snow in it, and it was about 20 hours old. So, and the dogs were literally swimming in the deep powder. And it was funny because it was packed powder on top, and the cat could walk, and he'd sink in sometimes, but mostly he'd walk on top. And the dog couldn't take the track. And we tried Carly, and we tried her sister, Frankie, and then and Sally, and none of the three, which is all we brought with us, were able to handle the track. So we said, well, maybe we'll cut it fresher. There's a road up here to the right, and we'll see if we can't cut that track up there. So we did, and we did not cut that track, but we cut a different cat. And this cat was walking on top in the packed powder. So we put Sally out, long, tall Sally. Thank you, Danny Luke, for that. And she made an effort to go, and she bounced back out in the snowmobile trail a couple times. But then she took the track. I went in there with her a little bit, and she started cold trailing the cat. Now remember, the cat's snowshoeing on top of the snow, and the dog is literally swimming her way to get to whatever's at the end of that track. So this went on for about an hour. She cold trailed it out, made a few circles, got in there, got it jumped, made a few more circles, lined out, and I could see that she was going up a stream, and then on the stream she locked down, showed treed on the GPS. Now that doesn't mean she's treed, it just means that she's showing treed. She's not moving. And more times than not, that indicates that she's bayed up. So we took the snowmobile and went down the road again another mile or so, and we got parallel with her. So we get as close as we could, about 500 yards. And it wasn't 500 normal yards. These were 500 difficult yards because of the snowshoeing was very difficult. It was hard to get around. Snowshoes were sinking. We took turns breaking trail, mostly Paul, to be fair about this. And then I got in there behind him, and we'd switch off a little bit, but mostly him. I got to give credit where credit's due. And we got in, I said, sure enough, it showed on the GPS that she was in the middle of that stream, and that's where she was, in the middle of the stream. But what happened is Sally, long, tall Sally, was bayed up by herself, and we walked the pups into the bay, and they left us, and they went in, and they joined the party. They were baying hard. And this was good for them because they got to look at it up close and personal. But it was in about a foot of water. The water and slush had accumulated on top of the ice on this stream, and it made a precarious situation for all of us, for the dogs and for us. Paul took his snowshoes off, and he walked across that stream, testing the ice all the way, and I followed. I like him to go first because he's a little bit heavier than I am, and in that way, if he does fall through, I'll know enough not to go. So Paul goes in, and he gets across the stream, and I follow him. I'm doing a little videoing on the way. Took my snowshoes off, got across the other side. Dogs have got the cat bayed up. And what you're going to see in this video are what we actually walked into. We walked into the bay, and then I dispatched the cat out in the middle of the stream. You'll notice how he took his shoes off to get in there to get, and it was a really nice day. Made for a nice day. Good friends. We've been hunting together for over 50 years, just to give you a little bit of insight into, and it's that they've not always been congenial, let me put it that way. We've had our battles, as all dog people will at times, but we all get back together again. We always get back together again, and we have a lot of respect for each other. Paul's a real hard hunter and a gentleman and a good family man. And you know, like I always say, it's just not about the kill sometimes, but it's about everything that goes along with it. We got back on the sledge, and just before dark, we pulled into my driveway. You'll see the sled situation Samantha, I know, is going to put on there, how I transported the dogs, and you'll see us how we got across the brook. And just enjoy the video. It's a little short video I thought you might like, and it's just some of the rigors that happened to us when we're bobcat hunting. And I think you'll enjoy it. You all have a great day. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell for future updates, and we'll try to keep you along on these hunts the best we can. It's very difficult sometimes to operate the film equipment, the sound equipment that Samantha so generously sent to me, and keep track of everything else that's going on at the same time. But I just do the best job I can. I hope you enjoy them. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. Thank you for tuning in. We're on the stream. We got the puppies in there. The cat's bait up on the stream. You can see the cat here in a minute. Cat. It's on the other side of the stream now. It was on this side, so.
Keep going, Frankie. Keep going.
Maybe it'll come back over here. We're having a hard time getting over there, so see how that works. There's the cat and the dogs right over there. So. Now he's got more to deal with than he had before. All right, we walked across the stream on half-assed ice, frozen ice. Walking into the bed.
Huh?
Oh, wait.
I'm going over.
Partner putting his snowshoes on there.
I want to get my camera out.
Huh?
We don't want to push you across.
They pick the worst places, don't they? Right in the water. Pups are doing a good job on them. We got two little mates here. Frankie and Carle. And Sally. Sally had it made up alone. Brought the pups in, they're doing great.
Don't get any closer.
We're going to get them back here with a bolt.
No, we'll let. No.
They're baying from the wrong side.
Yeah. That a girl, Carle. Get around there, Carle. We need him to come here.
Good girl, Carle. Good girl. Good girl, Sally. Bring him over here. Hey, bring him right here. Good girls, good girls.
You got the cat, not you. Weighs 30 pounds right now.
I bet he does. Good job, Bubba. Good job. There he is. We got him. Long, hard chase, but he ended up in the water. But we got water dogs here, I guess. Good girl. Nobody fight now. Oh, yeah, there's a good shot. Oh, yeah. You look good. Time. Come on. Come on, Frankie. So, we got it jumped up, got it run around in little circles, and it headed for the brook, one side, then the other, and I guess the pressure was too much, and it bayed up, kept crossing the brook back and forth. We got on one side, it got on the other, and finally we had to finish it right in the middle of the brook. But, that's what we did. Life is good. Good girl, Sally. Now if we can swim our way back to the other shore with an extra 30 pounds on her back, we'll be doing great. Well, the puppies got in on a nice bay today. That makes the day worthwhile. Good girl, Carla. Get a drink. Good girl. Steady as you go, mate. Come on. Last time I did it was too close, remember?
Yeah, you always do.
Load up, pup. Load up. We're in the back country today. Snowmobile. And hey, get back here, Sally. Good girl. I guess they don't get tired. Wait anymore, we had to do it in 2 trips, cut him in half. Come on, Frankie, good girl. Come on, Sally, come. Good girl. Come on, Sally. Good one.
I hope everybody enjoyed this video. We want to give a special thanks to Paul and his female pup Frankie for coming along on this hunt. It definitely ended in success. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.